You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on first down. Mosley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 27, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Yep. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
And it's third down.
Let's go. 60 yours. Give me that ball, defense.
Back to throw. Humphries. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And shutting him off, now open field. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Saints' 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Humphries under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On second down now, Mosley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right?
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Push him back. Push him back.
Second and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Humphries. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he'll find Hall. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Jackson now. He's going to let this one go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. This is Fournette. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Humphries. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Humphries. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Now he steps away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
On play action, they'll throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch. Rush in.
They'll set up to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The final shot before break. Humphries nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Check 3. Hard. Hey, Charlie.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack. Back right around the 44. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Jackson on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's a big play there for the Saints. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We own them.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Check, 47.
To throw on second down, Humphries. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. $51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run with Fournette, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Humphreys. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Cross, cross. Yes, yes. 73's the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Throw left side complete. It's Simmons. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Check, 93's the mic.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slam. Check it back. Check it out.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood